the apex deity for this entire pantheon. He gives them cosmic legitimacy. He is a divine power source. He is a god in the most literal sense of how you would see God. This is radiant order. This is the top, authorization. This is purely vertical sovereignty, and he is at the point. He is at the top of it, right? He is at the top of the entire Orisha pantheon. All the powerful, amazing Orishas that come from the Yoruba belief system. This guy's running every single thing, right? I'm the highest, right? What does Special Ed say, right? I'm your idol, the highest title, numero uno. This is exactly who should be spitting that lyrics. He is the bars that go along with that. He is not a storm god, right? He is the master of delegation, yet not manifestation, which explains our relationship with the Orishas themselves, right? I feel like there's bars within that. I felt like that happened. I'll have to listen to it again. So he is not the storm god. He's not this warrior. He's not a trickster. He is the authorization level of the Yoruba cosmology. If the Orishas move, it's because power flows, and the power that flows is him. He is the spice of life, right? He literally is the bees and the knees all combined in one. That's who he gets. He's life itself. And culturally, we understand that this is what comes from the Yoruba civilization. We're talking West Africa. So we just came out of East Africa, and we got a great idea of their idea, right, of a sky god. We got that. We got to the top. We've seen that. It was beautiful representation. I think we all agreed on that. And we kind of understood what I felt out of that. Well, I don't know how you guys felt about it because you didn't leave any comments on it. But I'm going to pretend like I know. I'm going to take authority that I know how you guys felt about it by your lack of comment, okay? So this is one of the most spiritually and philosophically developed tradition systems in Africa. This is like complexity within complexity, that it is populated with Orishas who govern all types of things. You have thunder, regulated by Shango. You have iron, regulated by Ogun. Rivers, regulated under the management of Oshan, right? Wisdom, which is Orun Mila, and the crosswords were issued, and it goes on and on. Like above all these, above everything else, above all the bureaucracy, right? Above all the badges and jurisdictional protocols, beyond all of that stands Olorun, right? Olorun. He's so detached from it. You ain't even worship him directly, right? He doesn't even care about the worship. I think he's above the worship. The Orishas, man, they're taking kickbacks over there. I'm just saying, I know that we call them offerings, or you call them kickbacks, right? Like, oh, yeah. Because I don't think he's asking for it. Because they get the power from Olorun, right? Like, let me get into this one. Hold on. And I like the Orishas, by the way, okay? I love the Orishas. I love the belief system, okay? But he's the power. So you go and you take your offering and you leave it for whatever Orisha is your chosen Orisha, right? And you leave them an offering, you ask them to do something for you, and then they take the offering and they go get the power from him, and then he makes it happen. And that's the process by which it happens, right? They don't do it. So you're making the offering, it doesn't go to him either. He doesn't get the offering, he doesn't see it. He doesn't even know. I don't think he knows that they're getting stuff. I don't think he realizes that they're getting stuff, right? All kinds of stuff, like honey. They get brandy. People bring, like, Oshan, they bring her pearls. She gets jewelry, shiny stuff, and mirrors, dresses, right? Yamoja, right? I know you get dresses. They bring you stuff. They bring them sweets. They bring them all kind of stuff. Iron offerings. I think these Orishas are cleaning up on all the stuff, and he's the one who's actually doing everything. And he's just regulating out that power. So he's not a specialist, but he is the source. So like they're getting it, there it is, right? There it is. I think I might have exposed it, right? So their cosmology is divided into Orun, which is the spiritual realm, and the physical realm. Clearly we know which neighborhood he lives in, right? There's a spiritual realm, and then there's where you live at, okay? There's a spirit realm up here, and then there's where you live at. So I want you guys to guess where you think he lives. Okay? If you're him and you're the head of everything, where do you live at? Okay? There's a spirit realm, and then there's your neighborhood, right? The one where some people were fighting up the street just the other day. Where do you think he lives at? Exactly. He lives in the spirit realm. And he doesn't even, from what I can tell, I don't feel like he wants. Yeah, I don't think it even, again, my notes. He's not a character that is into moving between worlds. He doesn't want to do it. He's like, you guys go ahead. No, enjoy yourselves. You know what, guys? You just knock yourselves out of Earth. You guys want to take all the Earth duties? Go right ahead. Like, it's all good. You guys deserve it. You guys deserve it. And they do. They thoroughly enjoy going down there and racking up bribes in order to come back and get all the power from him to make stuff happen. But you know what? It works. He's just like, I'm the upper jurisdiction, right? I'm administration, right? I'm upper management. I'm at the top of it, right? You guys are all just regional managers. But regional managers with good intent, and that matters. So he is the one who gets to spend his time governing the domain. He governs the entire system like the large mechanism. So he himself is the throne from which Ashe flows. This internal power, Ashe, which is the core concept. Moving on, that Ashe is what he is the ultimate source of. It is the animating power of existence itself. That's a major, major power structure there. He is the source of existence itself. The things that animate me and you and Disney characters and everything else that's animated all comes from this one source. So we can then understand why when someone says, go get your manager, he's like, yeah, don't come get your manager. You guys can handle it at the store level. All you guys are empowered to handle it at the store level because this guy does such a good job. He powers the world, and there's no myth about him ever getting mad and wanting to kill us. I don't believe, no, I could be missing something. And I'm sure someone who is in this very active belief system may come and tell me what I was missing, okay? But I don't know that they have a we tried to flood everybody out story. I know other belief systems do. Like there's a few belief systems running around here right now that you guys have to reconcile yourself with the fact that whoever your supreme deity is, he tried to kill you. All of you. Right? Maybe more than once. Maybe more than once that your God turn around and say, them. I'm so sick of them. And I mean, if you're following the old Sumerian belief systems, yeah, if you're following the old Sumerian belief system, they definitely tried to take you guys out. A lot of your Abrahamic belief systems, yeah, that was your own God that did all that stuff to you. Okay, this deity here, none of that. He keeps it all 100%. It's the energy flowing from him. He's the authority behind the speech. So whatever they speak, he manifests it. He is the force that makes the ritual effective. So when you do your ritual, which I can't talk anymore, when you do it, ritual, see, I can say it, it is him that is the facilitator of the ritual. You make the offerings, you give all the stuff to the Orishas, you have spoken the right words to manifest it, and it goes up to him, and he stamps and authorizes. He's stamping and authorizing everything they put on his desk. Probably not, but I don't know, man. I think as long as you submit your forms properly, because I do believe he's going to require you at least to submit all your forms properly, right? And the thing about it is, without that Ashe, right? There's nothing, right? There is nothing flows, nothing vibes, nothing moves. So this is central. So he, without him, there is no origin. And so from a metaphysical standpoint, he is indispensable to their system. The system literally breaks down without him, right? This is like David Ruffin with, in the early days of the Temptations. Early days, he was it. This is like early young Michael Jackson with the Jackson 5. He was it. He is. Everybody else is getting the shine off of me because of that. And in this Yoruba creation narratives, he commissions creation. He doesn't personally come down to earth and mold the clay and does it. He's not gonna He's not going to do that. I keep telling you guys, he's not going to do that. That's not what he does. He delegates it to Obatala and another Orisha, I can't remember who. But the whole thing about it, the key takeaway to all this is that this guy is executive authority. He's a CEO level deity. He's a C level. He's a C level. He has a handler, right? He establishes a structure, and then he trusts that he hires good people. And so far, it seems like he's hired good people. You hire good people, and then you allow them to run your organization, leveraging their skills and their own personal ambitions. And that's sovereign energy. That's sit back at the end of the day and let it all happen. And this is a deity, like, we know him very well. He's not associated with any relics, but we know the story well enough that to understand their cosmology, it's first very important to understand how he fits into it, what he actually means. The Orishas are all powerful, but they are not autonomous. They function within a hierarchy. Even the most powerful of them, Shango, like you're a thunder king, you're absolute masculinity, but you got a boss. You have to check in, right? Like everybody else. So this is structural dominance. Again, this is structural discipline dominance. Olorun is not here for drama or just to provide authority. His authority is assumed, right? He's not fighting for control. It's not questioned in any way. It's none of that, right? And that's for everybody's. That's to everyone's benefit on all levels. It's to everyone's benefit. And this is one of the things about this very powerful deity is he is known all over the world because of the diasporic continuity, the transatlantic slave trade, which went from the 16th century to the 19th century. He survived because his cosmology spread to Brazil, Cuba, and throughout through Haiti, so major parts of the Caribbean, and I think even into the American South as well. So while the Catholic Church was the layer on top of it, they still allowed. So it was the obviously two belief systems came in. The Africans who were coming from West Africa and the people who were driving the boats, those guys also had a belief system, and they call that Catholicism. Okay, and we'll talk about Catholicism later because it's got a lot of really cool elements too. So these two belief systems get to the New Americas in the Caribbean at roughly the same time, on the same ships. Definitely at the same time, and definitely on the same ships. There will be some other ships that come, but a lot of the same ships have. And they introduced these mythologies, and they just blended them together, and they fit because the saints kind of align up with the Orishas if you look at them in a certain way, at least the way that they put them together, and it works for them within their belief system. So what he represents is this radiant source archetype. He is the origin of spiritual electricity. He is the unseen authority of the ritual. He is the thorn behind all the divine activity. He is the ceiling of Yoruba metaphysics. He's not visible, but he is indispensable. And he's a deity that has been around, obviously, prior to, written antiquity. That's just how far he goes back. Before written antiquity, his development and structure appears like 1 millennium back. He was expanded as the Yoruba city-states moved, and through the transatlantic diaspora transmission or slave trade, clean way to say it, and this modern Yoruba spiritual reckoning has come about. So they're reclaiming it, and really they have him as a thriving figure, and that's important. This guy's been around forever and still operates as a major player in a major belief system right now. Okay, so then that brings us from